Let's go.
Everyone, I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about Sonic the Hedgehog 3's box office, because this is going to be one of the biggest movies coming out in 2024. This is actually my most highly anticipated movie coming out of this year. As you guys know, growing up, I loved Sonic the Hedgehog, from video games to obviously the animated series Sonic X that came out. You know, I've just been with this character for so long. Like, some of my favorite video games are Sonic games. Obviously, the one that this movie is hopefully based on is Sonic Adventure Battle 2, you know, Sonic Generations, one of my favorite ones out there. Man, just always been with this character. Truly do love this character. Actually, comic book wise, still kind of learning that field about him. I have Sonic the Hedgehog comic books, but I have to kind of build up my knowledge on that. And I remember just having that first Sonic trailer back in 2019 or something like that, and it was that ugly Sonic, and everyone hated it so bad they made the studio literally fix it, and he obviously looked way better. And a lot of people always bring us up because the first movie didn't do that well at the box office. Well, that's because the certain virus that we were afflicted by, you know, kind of caused the movie to end its theatrical run very, very soon. This was kind of like around the same time it dropped, and you had Fantasy Island out, and then you had the Birds of Prey movie that no one fucking cared to watch or see at all because it was just
that was nothing like Birds of Prey. That
just
should not even be allowed to have that fucking name.
It's just a steaming pile of shit movie. So, as you guys can see, for Sonic the Hedgehog, the first movie's box office was kind of cut short, but it still did a pretty good worldwide haul of that, you know? And then for the second movie, came out when things were a little bit more looser, and it ended up making $100 million more. Still pretty good for this time period that it came out in. And now we are at the point for Sonic the Hedgehog 3. It's going to be introducing the fan favorite character, Shadow the Hedgehog, voiced by Keanu Reeves. Thank God it was not Hayden Christensen. Anyone that advocated for that, you are retarded. No, him voicing Shadow, fuck that. So what I like about the promotion aspect for this movie this time around is they've actually been pretty like close to the chest. Like, nothing really has gotten out about this movie, right? It's been pretty much like we only know what we see on screen from the two trailers. And if you guys don't remember, Shadow the Hedgehog has a pretty tragic backstory with one of the characters. So if anyone doesn't know it, I'm not going to spoil it, but basically, long story short, Sonic came into a loving kind of fish out of water kind of story. Shadow did not. So you can kind of see where that kind of goes, you know? So what I also really enjoy about these movies is that they're just really wholesome, fun entertainment. There's not like random agendas being pushed. There's not like anything bad with them. They're just truly fun movies that you can laugh at, have a good time with. You can take the kids to watch these movies, have a good time with it. And that's what movies really should be, just what these are. All of them. I'm pretty sure the third one's going to be just like the first two. Good, fun entertainment. It's all you need. Jim Carrey just knocks it out of the park as Dr. Robotnik. Truly, man. He was going to retire after the second one, but he was thoroughly convinced with a fat paycheck to come back for this one. So, Arza, I know you like Sonic 2. So, you have any hope for Sonic the Hedgehog 3, actually?
You know, I just want to first ask, is your childhood experience with Sonic by any chance tied to a Sonic Chew medallion?
I wish.
I'm guarantee you probably have one in your closet. But no, this movie looks like it's going to be phenomenal, just as the other two have. It has all the same beats. I was hyped from the beginning, except for that hideous design. You know, I frequently get asked, why do I complain when we get a bad trailer? The reason I complain is because we fixed Sonic 1 by complaining about that trailer.
Yes.
If they didn't change Sonic's design, that movie would have flopped so hard. And remember, Jim Carrey isn't doing this movie for the money. Jim Carrey said he has retired for anything that isn't Sonic. Yes. Jim Carrey likes doing Sonic because it is a movie that will be passed down to children forever. Jim Carrey is someone who cares about legacy and cares about the art of acting, and that is why he's retired. And this is the only thing he's going to do from now on.
And the thing that Tiny said in the previous video that you guys will watch before this one, you can tell, at least with the production with these movies, you can tell there's people here that actually care. I've not heard a single controversy surrounding any of these people, even the person that voices Sonic. None of these guys. For no controversies. Every time you hear one of the creators speak about it, they're always talking about like how much they want to please the fans and give them what they want. My God, you just like give the fans what they want and they just love you. That's just what a crazy logic of world we live in now. You know,
this movie came out in a weird time where it is already customary to attack the fans. Remember, the studio was attacked for giving into the fan demand. So talking to all those sites actively attacked them for listening to us and changing it. So this movie came out after it was customary to attack fans, and they realized everyone else is wrong. The fans giving the fans what they want pays off in the long run. And so they're the only people who are still giving us what we want because they know we will treat you well if you treat us well.
There was this was an actual quote I went over in my Sonic the Hedgehog 3 trailer 2 reaction. This is how you can tell they want to put a lot more focus and care into the movie. Sonic 3 will put a lot of focus and care into the Shadow Maria story. This is the quote. A lot of care and a lot of love has gone into telling Shadow's story and giving the fans the best movie version of the character imaginable. Man, how often do you hear this anymore? Hey, we want to make sure you guys get a great version of these characters. Look how great that looks. That's awesome. Hell yeah. Sign me up.
Also, I'm gonna say, have you seen the behind the scenes pictures?
No, the only thing I've seen behind the scenes of the movie is Keanu Reeves doing the voice acting. He really is into it. I like it.
Behind the scenes is really funny because they have these little statuettes of all the hedgehogs that are accurately heighted. So you have all the humans acting, and they're just these like goofy looking plastic statues just standing in the middle of the street while all the humans are doing their stuff.
So coming out in this month of December, which is when you guys will see this video in 2024, Mufasa is dropping, and so is Kraven the Hunter, and I think another movie's dropping as well. But let's be honest here. I'm pretty sure Sonic 3 is going to absolutely just destroy and crush all of these, honestly. Like, this is going to be the only thing most people are seeing right now. But it just depends on, because a lot of people, like you should say, on like certain Sonic communities online are like, this movie's going to make $1 billion. Okay, I like Sonic. I love these movies a lot. I think they're really good. But, guys, this came out in 2022 when that pandemic stuff was kind of pretty much gone, and this did pretty solid. It's pretty good right there. But that's not $1 billion, not even close to $1 billion. For this to get $1 billion, it would have to have at least a $200 million start just to begin with. You know, I get a lot of people like the movies, but $1 billion, you sniffing hard crack. Okay, holy mother of God. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is looking to speed past Disney's highly anticipated The Lion King prequel Mufasa, which looks
it's gonna suck.
Terrible.
Yeah, okay, but here's the thing you're also forgetting, MSK. This is the best year for theaters. This is the first year since pandemic that theaters are back to near full capacity and attendance.
That's good. Yeah.
So this movie will, no matter what, do better than Sonic 2.
And I guess this month might tank it. Just imagine that. You have the best month since, and this month would tank it. That would fucking suck. Mufasa at the box office in December, and early projections look like that may in fact happen. Per deadline, Sonic 3 is looking to overtake Barry Jenkins' Mufasa by $55 million plus to $50 million. However, Disney has not fully launched its full-scale Mufasa marketing. Yeah, that's true. I mean, to be fair, Paramount's barely marketed this at all, but let's be honest here, it's Sonic. People are going to watch this regardless anyway. No, Disney has not marketed Mufasa at all beside what? 2 trailers? I've not seen any ads for it.
It doesn't make any fucking sense. Lion King was fucking Hamlet. It made sense because you understood it was Hamlet. You understood that it didn't follow the way actual lions act because you had a story to tell. Mufasa has nothing to do with Hamlet, has nothing to do
counterpoint to that Hamlet argument.
The opposite of how lions actually act in the wild.
Little kids do not know what Hamlet is.
I guess.
So they still had to tell the story in a good way, and there is a way you could do a prequel. Disney can't do it, though. They don't have the talent.
Yeah, keep in mind, before you realize that final point, you were like, fuck, it's Disney. Holy shit. Trailers for the film, though, are being shown during this weekend's Moana 2 launch. The 2019 film The Lion King made $1.6 billion worldwide, with $543.6 million coming domestically against its $260 million budget. Mufasa stars the voices of Aaron Pierre, pretty sure I said that right, as the voice of the titular character, Seth Rogen as Pumbaa. You guys know the cast there. Sonic's
Also,
past
why are
box
Pumbaa
office
and Timon
performance.
coming back? They shouldn't even be alive. That doesn't make any sense.
No, there is a way they could do that. Do you know the
Lord.
movie?
Kill
Do
me,
you
man.
know the sequel, Lion King 2.5?
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
I
Or
heard that
1.5,
it
whatever it is?
existed, but I don't know anything about it. I'll admit.
It is a frame story told by Timon and Pumbaa to other lions, I think it is.
It's basically them
And
telling their version of the events of the story.
Yeah. So it's basically them recounting the Lion King, and it uses unreliable narrators. So you could have Timon and Pumbaa introduce the movie as a bit of a framing device.
The first Sonic
I
movie,
guess it's
Sonic the
still weird,
Hedgehog.
though.
The first Sonic movie, Sonic the Hedgehog from 2020, made $319.7 million at the worldwide box office, with $148.9 million domestically. Its sequel, 2022 Sonic the Hedgehog 2, made $405.4 million worldwide and $190.8 million domestically. This year's holiday box office, starting with what is expected to be a record-breaking Thanksgiving weekend, which it ended up being, is expected to be a good one, even though Sonic 3's estimate is below the opening weekend totals for both the previous films. Yeah, that's actually true. This one's not opening to the same level as the other ones. Is that a cause for concern? I don't know. Well, it's because Paramount hasn't really marketed the movie at all. I mean, guys, people are factoring. You got the first trailer for this movie back in like June, July. We just got a second one like last month. So they're playing the marketing really, really slow for this one. Sonic and Sonic 2 made $58 million and $72.1 million respectively their opening weekends. Sonic 3 may have more momentum going into December 20th opening against Mufasa due to its all-star cast, including Keanu Reeves as Shadow, Jim Carrey in dual roles as Dr. Robotnik, and his grandfather, Idris Elba as Knuckles, and Ben Schwartz as Sonic. Additionally, James Marsden and Tika Sumpter reprised their roles as Tom and Maddie. Why is fucking... Oh, God, James, why is he dating a black lady? This would be perfect if he wasn't dating a black lady. Can he date a Mexican or some shit? You gotta date LaQuishas in my Sonic movies. Oh, God.
Counterpoint, she's actually well written. Her sister sucks. Her sister's horribly written.
This is horribly... Yeah. Well, dude, her sister's the loud black lady. The loud fat black lady. Oh, Lord, kill me now. Holy shit. I will say this, too. For another reason why I like the Sonic movies is people would go like, well, I don't want to see too much of the humans. In the first movie, you got a lot of the humans, but they weren't like bad. They were actually integral to how the story would work. Second one, you barely actually got them at all. So I think that's the kind of range you play with. Reeves recently talked about his role as Shadow in the threequel in a feature shared by Screen Rant. He said, for 50 years, Shadow has been in a state of suspended animation. Reeves said he's coming out of it seeking revenge. Okay, I'm not coming out of the closet, guys. It was really the internal journey to get the anger and the emotion. It was intense. Sonic 3 and playing Shadow, it's really on another level, he said. His co-star, Carey, said when he heard about Reeves wanting to play the role of Shadow, he thought it was perfect. When I heard Keanu Reeves wanted to play Shadow, I went, oh, all right. Shadow, as the sympathetic, brooding kind of darkness that Keanu Reeves has mastered so brilliantly, Carey said. The film's director, Jeff Fowler,
Basically, it's John Wick, this hedgehog.
That's all Shadow's ever been. That's all Shadow has ever been.
Literally.
So it's perfect. That's what I'm saying.
He has Akimbo pistols. He's got fucking rocket-powered boots, and he's constantly doing the Akira slide on a motorcycle. Why a hedgehog with rocket boots that let him run as fast as Sonic can run has a motorcycle is beyond me.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Wait, isn't he like even faster than Sonic? Why would they ever need motorcycle? I mean, I guess it just looks cool, I guess.
No, he can teleport. That's what it looks like. Well, it looks like he's faster.
The film's director, Jeff Fowler, said the inclusion of Shadow brings a darker, more dangerous tone to the story. Edginess is maybe not the right word, but there was a new element tonally that just suddenly made the Sonic world feel a little more exciting, a little bit more dangerous. I think that's exactly what Shadow has done for this film. Fowler said in an interview with Entertainment Weekly, the box office predictions should be no surprise as the two previous films did well, and the Knuckles Paramount TV miniseries starring Idris Elba set records for the streamer with its debut episode garnering more than 4 million hours of viewing time. Both Mufasa and Sonic the Hedgehog 3 hit theaters December 20th. Yeah, Mufasa, you might want to take the week off and go to the next one because you're going to get actually stomped to the ground.
Seriously.
If Mufasa beats this movie opening weekend, I will actually like film a video of me eating a fucking banana the long way, sucking it off. Not kidding. Sonic 3 will have multiple post-credit scenes. So as people factor in, this is the third movie in the trilogy. Shadow kind of is their like big character they've been kind of building up for, as most people thought was going to be coming. The next characters, obviously, we haven't even got Amy yet. I don't think Amy's in this movie, or neither. People call her Rogue. I call her Rogue. She's Rouge, essentially.
Something about Amy, real quick.
Yes.
There's a pretty reliable theory that Amy's going to be in a post-credit scene, purely because of the black girl. I forgot her name. But in the first movie, she's wearing an outfit that matches both Knuckles and Tails' colors. In the second movie, she's constantly dressed in red and black. So she looks like Shadow. And in all the teasers we've seen to this point, she's wearing pink.
Are you a conspiracy theorist?
You know what's the difference between a conspiracy theory and truth, MSK?
About
6 months.
Okay. I get it. And this is why you guys are clout chasing pieces of shit. I'm kidding. So we have...
Give me that clout, bitch.
We have White Sonic, there's Metal Sonic, there's Amy. There's a lot of more different directions the franchise can take. I think most people would like Shadow's my end all be all. He's a great character. I do like Shadow a lot, but there's way more story here, guys, of Sonic the Hedgehog. So yeah, save for the post-credit scenes, as you should anyway. I remember when he was revealed at the end of the last movie, just the crowd went insane. They're like, oh my God, he's finally here. And
dude, I was tweaking in the theater when he gets all the Chaos Emeralds. I'm like,
yeah. When he stopped,
Sonic was not a huge part of my childhood, but I was like, oh my God, he's got the golden form. He's punching the shit out of this. The graphics look insane inside of the mech. Like it's unironically such a good movie, and they would have to try and squander it at this point.
I'll admit, like I said, I didn't play the games, but I did watch the cartoon a bit when I was younger, and I actually saw Sonic 2 because I love Idris Elba's voice, and I actually really loved the fucking movie. I thought it was so good. I've actually been kind of excited to see what happens next because I thought it was just so enjoyable. And I don't have any background with it really that makes me close to it in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, the only Sonic game I really played was Sonic Colors.
To be. It's supposed to be that way, where like if you don't have any backstory or prior history, movies like this should be doing that. Take it step by step. Give you the main character Sonic. Next one you get Knuckles and Tails. The next one you get Shadow and certain backstory. I'm not going to say to spoil people. The next one you get Amy, and he's talking about if he's going to get Amy in the fourth one, will he be talking to fucking James Marsden character about having sex? He's like, how do you guys have sex? I'm pretty sure that's coming up. But
they're children, MSK. They are children.
They're not. They're hedgehogs.
Sonic is like a 14-year-old.
No, he's not.
Right
he's
now.
Like 8. He's like old, technically.
No, he was like 10 or 12 in the first movie. He aged up a little bit in the second movie.
This is how you know people are nerds. We're debating on a fake hedgehog's age, essentially. Oh, God, I hate you. I hate you people.
Well, hopefully they actually do this kind of mental aging up, because that way we can actually get Sonic and Amy as in a relationship, because that's what people want to see when we see them. And realistically, the fourth movie would be bringing in the other mystical creatures. So we'll get the crocodiles, we'll get Blaze, we'll get that purple thing. I don't even know what species she is. We'll get
there's Jet. Eventually, that could be in it, but that's more a different game. It's like Sonic Riders, which is it's different. I know you're talking about the crocodile guy. The people that do the bounties, they do the whole like
Well, Sonic the girl in Sonic Riders was in other games before Sonic Riders.
True.
But you can bring in all the. So I assume Sonic 4 will be less human focused.
Do you think Rouge's tits will be censored? Those things are usually pretty big. I think people will be outraged if her tits are censored.
I think they're going to give her a respectable size.
Oh, that's what they're going to do. God. Now you sound like Tiny. Now you sound like Tiny. Okay, Tiny.
No. Okay, no. Hear me out. So
can one of you guys pull up an image so I can understand what you're talking about?
Oh,
you do a quick MSK while I give my thoughts on this. So, in my opinion, what they're going to do with Rouge is because it's a kids movie and it's going to have a lot of families who are watching it. They're probably not going to want to go all in on it. They're probably going to, but they're not going to do it like that most recent Sonic game did. They'll probably just like reduce the size to the point where they're there, but it's not so aggressive.
So she's a bat?
Yes.
Cool.
She's basically this universe's Catwoman.
Yeah.
So she's got like that sleuth. She's a thief. She's a seductive. She hits on Sonic all the time.
Yeah. She's mostly kind of always sometimes playing around sexual tension with Knuckles. People like to pair them together. In the recent Shadow Sonic Generations game, they kind of censored her tits. I mean, you can't censor my baby like that.
Look, I
Let
don't
the
need
puppies
her.
hang out.
I don't need a bat in a kids movie to have big tits.
Why can't you let me have my fun?
No, I didn't. Okay, but I also oppose censoring it because I just oppose censorship in general. In reality, they should go for a middle ground, one where
Yeah.
Rose keeps her original costume, but isn't enough to the point that she's gonna make parents
Just
uncomfortable.
make it okay. Tiny. I don't have boobs a lot like you do. What's a respectable woman's size of boobs?
For a children's movie, I don't know.
I'd probably say
medium-
what, like B, I think would be fine.
Like
a
medium
B
size.
cup?
What's a medium sized pair of tits?
Well, medium would be in the average, so probably something around like a 34C.
Okay.
Look at us. This is how you know we're both a bunch of incels.
Okay,
Gotcha.
now we're just actually incel. Ben Schwartz, he had this quote, which was, "The fight scenes in this movie are some of the best scenes in anything that we've done in the trilogy. So people are gonna get so much action, so much comedy. This is gonna be amazing."
Oh god.
I can't wait.
If you've seen that
Wait. I
trailer,
love it, man.
the fight scenes in that trailer are top notch.
Man, sign me up. So, closing thoughts on Sonic the Hedgehog 3's box office coming up. Arza, start with you. What do you want to say?
Sorry.
Your closing thoughts.
My
hate
closing
you.
I got distracted by the chat. My
You
bad.
got distracted by tits. Oh my god.
No, I got distracted. Michael said something, and I was reading what it was.
Ignore these clout
But-
chasers.
My final thoughts on this: I'm just so excited for this movie. I love the first two movies. Eventually, I gotta get them on Blu-ray just because they're legitimately excellent movies. Everybody involved is doing a great job. I went out and I watched other Jim Carrey movies just because I really like his performance in this.
Watch the Truman Show. You'll really
I have.
love it after
It's
that.
such
really
a good movie.
That's
It's
a great movie.
one
Yeah.
of the best movies I've ever seen. But
Mhm.
they're doing everything right. I kind of wish they would do Sonic Underground instead of the other Sonic, just because Sonic Underground is excellent. But or just the theme. Just give me the theme song. That's all I want is the theme song from Sonic Underground. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm probably going to go like opening weekend because
I'm going
off
opening week.
class.
Yeah, that is a day one watch. Yeah.
I'll probably do a review on my channel for it. Who knows?
Who knows? I may leave that link in the description box, but I might do that. You know, it might, for the goodness of my heart. Tiny, what about you?
Well, I don't really
final
know
thoughts
about
on it?
the history and the lore and stuff, but you guys seem to think it looks really good for those things. So I think it ought to do very well at the box office. If both fans and not fans can enjoy it, that's all you really need.
And give her some Idris Elba love, because good lord, his
Dude has the nicest voice.
So, my closing thoughts on this, I've told people this before. This is just, I guess, what was rumored. The reason why they can't use the music that classic Sonic games have is because apparently it costs a lot of money. The soundtracks people have in movies, they're a lot of money, guys. So hopefully this time around, they can actually have classic Sonic music from a lot of the great video games that people know and love. That would be just the icing on the cake, getting the Sonic Adventure Battle 2, so some of the songs played. But as for me, no, the trailers look great. Hopefully the movie does well opening weekend. I mean, it should. I mean, Mufasa is going to be definitely getting shitted on. Hopefully.
And what else is there to compete with it? You got
Yeah,
Nosferatu,
exactly.
Craven
which
the Hunter.
go and see.
But it's not the same. It's not the same fans that are going to be going to those two things, generally speaking.
Yeah.
All the
Sonic
fans are going to
will
wait
not
and
see
watch Sonic.
Nosferatu.
Sonic's is going to whore all the fans to itself. But thank you guys for checking out this video. If you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. I'm MSK, aka Master Swag King. We're going to sign out, guys. See you guys later. Peace.